Oh, we're live now.
All right.
And sound.
Now
And
we're
sound.
live.
Sorry, guys. Amateur guy
All right,
set it
so
up tonight.
I guess we'll
All
start
that-
over again.
All that stuff y'all were talking
Yeah.
and
We'll just repeat it.
nobody could hear.
We didn't get any of that.
Pitiful.
Take two.
J.W. Spivey. All right. So now we are live.
For real this time.
For real this time.
I guess it helps to check all the chords, Brandon.
I didn't set it up tonight.
I know. I take full responsibility.
Dave
I
was-
screwed it
Dave
up.
was too busy trying to eat stuffed mushrooms.
Talking to me about volume. What are you doing over here?
Turning it down.
All right.
All right. So Carl, sorry about that. So tonight we have Carl Carson in studio with us. Carl, as I was saying, his support is from, I guess, day one. From the shadows. Carl represents a lot of the, I guess, all the fine products here you have on the table tonight, and has actually sponsored some of our giveaways. So us at Rusty Hooks Live and our viewers are very thankful for everything you've done for us. So I know we have Gamakatsu, we have Spro, we have Denali,
Sunline.
Sunline, Aftco,
Big bite.
Big Bite Baits. I'm sure there's another one out there I may have missed. I don't know as well as you do. So
Yeah, that's pretty much the bread and butter. Of course, you guys support a lot of the brands. Very fortunate of that. And we try and obviously support all the dealers that support us, and support all the factories. And this is probably the coolest thing, and this is the first time I've done a podcast.
okay, how about
Really?
that?
Yeah, first time I've done one of these, so if I absolutely tear it up, it's not my fault.
It's all good.
It's just my fault. I'll take that.
So you answered it already. I'm gonna ask you again, so now everybody can hear you. How long have you been in the fishing industry?
I think I'm on my 15th year. Very supportive family, very supportive manufacturers, and of course, my boss. He's probably one of the greatest in the industry. So super smart guy, well connected, and just don't make any, unrational thoughts. These guys are well thought out, and they try and keep the industry going in the right direction. So it's really cool.
Gotcha. So are you guys? Sorry, I got a text message. I thought it was something technical related, but people are asking me electronics questions. Are you local to where are you? Where is home base for you?
I'm out of Charleston, South Carolina. I'm right
Okay.
underneath. Well, I'm in a little town called Monk's Corner, but I'm right underneath Santee Cooper and kind of in the corner of Santee Cooper and the Cooper River.
Yeah, I know exactly where it is. That's where my wife's from.
Yeah,
Yeah, her parents still live down there.
Yeah.
So.
So I of course I cover 4 states. I cover South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, and West Virginia.
And West Virginia.
They bass fish in West Virginia?
Believe it or not, I've actually fished tournaments up there.
In West Virginia?
Yeah.
West Virginia
yeah.
joke?
Yeah.
Maybe. Was it funny?
No.
Canal,
It wasn't a joke.
Canal River, I
I've
think
heard
it
a
is.
lot of
Or
questions
Canal
on
River. It goes all the way through Ohio and stuff like that. There's a lot of locks. But I had a dealer that I used to do a dealer event up there for years and years. I used to trailer my rig up there for the dealer event, and I would fish with one of the local guys. And actually, we were in position to win the 2-day event, and I got caught in the locks.
Oh, God.
man.
And had to watch the tournament go away.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good at all. I fished. I'm trying to think of some of the places up there. I think I caught my first bass out of a fishery called Beach Fork. That's where I'm from originally. That's where, well, I say originally. That's where I was born. We left there when I was, I think maybe 2 years old. But all my family is still there. So
Yeah, West Virginia. The thing going up there now, unfortunately, and I don't like to talk about politics, but unfortunately, they almost decimated that state.
yeah, with the coal mining industry.
That's right.
Yeah.
And it's you go up there and there's a lot of really good people up there, and they struggle.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
so it's and I got some friends. I call everybody in the industry. They're all my friends. And I got some really good friends up there that have supported me for 15 years, and they're all struggling up there. So
It's tough to watch that too.
it is.
Yeah. So we're getting the beginning of what I'll call the start of the fishing season. How many shows you got lined up this year?
Believe it or not, that's what we're all looking at. And trying to gauge what's going to happen to us, because typically I'll have my one big distributor show in the the first of the year, and then that's where I see all my independents,
Right.
and then that lines up all my dealer shows and smaller independent shows or tournaments that we have to attend. And then of course you got the Classic and ICAST and other distributor shows. But this COVID thing has really just knocked a wrench in everything. The first distributor show of the year, it went virtual.
Yep.
I sat in front of a computer for 3 days doing live chats.
Oh my God.
You know, because the dealers would come on, and then if they had a question about new products or a promo item or whatever, they send you a chat. Hey, what about this? And you had to sit there for 3 days and man it.
Wow.
So that's a lot of out of my league, because we really enjoy seeing the dealers and talking with the dealers.
Yep.
and,
Right.
and explaining the new products and how they would get to sell it and communicate the information about their customers. So when you lose that aspect, it throws everything out of whack.
Yeah, there's nothing like that face-to-face interaction.
Hands down.
It just my saying is all the time is emails have no personality.
Nope.
I've seen people get all mad and pissed off because of an email that they read. Well, maybe the guy on the other end wrote the email. Well, he didn't mean it the way this guy read it.
Interpretation.
That's exactly right.
Yep.
Well, then there you go. He's all mad for no reason, and then they kind of, you know what I mean. And you don't have that when you can sit here and you can listen to the tone of somebody's voice and see if they're sarcastic or if they're just going on with you.
The other side of it is, even though it's only January, we sold a lot of 2021 products that are launching and the consumers are seeing now. We sold that product last year, so that people like David could already have that stuff
Right.
in-house. So when they start seeing the advertising, then they already know about it and then come in and ask for it, and he already has it. Well, probably about May, June, we'll be flipping over and start selling 2022. So where some of these guys will just be seeing this new product, we've already changed gears and moved.
Ready for the next year.
That's right. You
So-
have to go that far in advance to make sure the product is in their hands in time.
So that being said, seeing as how they've bumped the Classic out till June, whatever,
Yep.
will you be seeing, hopefully, that we are able to have a show in Houston? Do you think you'll be rolling out new product at the Classic?
It will actually, all that will already be done before ICAST. If ICAST is still, whether it's in person or it's virtual, that calendar is not going to change.
Again.
Yeah, that calendar has to pretty much stay in play, because it will upset the entire cart. And it's mostly because of cataloging, being able to do planograms for some of the larger big box stores and stuff like that. If you don't have that information ready and available, then you miss it altogether.
Yeah.
So
you gotta be ready to roll in.
You got to have all your information. It puts a lot of stress on the manufacturers to get all the just UPCs and colors and names and sizes and all that. So what we started doing, part of our group, is now we start handling a lot of the marketing in-house for the manufacturers to actually help them compile all that information, get the pictures, and actually help them, with their marketing, whether it be social media or shows or whatever.
Yeah.
Writer conferences, all kind of crazy.
I seen somebody on here a minute ago said thanks for the new colors of the rock crawlers.
Yeah, it's really fun working with the manufacturers, because you get to help one design and or launch a lot of this stuff. So when you have a hand in this stuff and you get to see a lure be that hot and exciting, it's really fun.
Yeah, that little bait has caught a lot of fish for me this year. I mean, I've never really, I've kind of always been like more of a flat crankbait guy.
Mm-hmm.
But this year I was kind of like, I'll just give it a try. And I did, and boy, I wish I hadn't waited so long.
I had one of those magical days when we first started getting samples of it, and I went to Murray. And we all know how Murray is. And I went to Murray, and those fish were just staging, and it was just, I hit the nail on the head. and literally it was lights out.
Whacked 'em.
I mean, it was just, you couldn't do anything wrong with that crankbait, and I was like, so when they're good. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just,
Oh, yeah.
it's just a good bait.
So you said you get to be on the front end of design and helping releasing and stuff like that. So I've never witnessed any of that. Obviously, the process that goes into that. How long does it take? Like we're talking about the rock crawler. I remember when Spro came on the map for me. Obviously with Dean Rojas's Frog, and then John Cruz with the Little John is what really got me.
Yep.
I'll say, to use a cliche, hooked on Spro's baits. So then I know the rock crawlers made a lot of noise here recently. How long does it take from starting of design to release? I mean, is that a year process? Is that a 5-year process? Is
It's almost a solid 18 months.
Wow, that's crazy.
And what it is, it will start out as a CAD drawing, you
Right.
know, and they will put that drawing together, and then you got to get the sizing, and then you'll get samples back, and the samples, when they come back, they don't have any colors.
Right.
You know, you just check all the sizing. I mean, they measure them and weigh them and make sure that the chambers are done correctly, and
I guess tank test them too, right?
you have to do all of that. The whichever the signature pro is for the item, they'll go out and they just constantly throw, and you test it in different water temperatures, current, non-current, you know, all that kind of stuff, and you have to know it inside and out.
That's crazy. So realistically, what we're talking about, I know we mentioned the start of this season and releasing product before ICAST or even the Classic, because everything's always geared up for the Classic, right?
Mm-hmm.
So realistically, there's baits that are already being worked on now.
Oh yeah.
There's
Oh, yeah.
baits that are already done.
Yeah.
Now.
What I'm saying, you're already working on stuff for 2022.
Oh
is
yeah,
what I'm talking
we've
about.
already seen stuff that we'll introduce for 2022, and typically we'll do what we call like the classic launch, because the classic would fall pre-ICAST.
Yeah.
And we could do a classic launch, whether it be, and it's a soft launch, and we will only have so many colors of that, you know, particular one. And we might do just a sign up and you get a free sample, or
Right.
or some of the manufacturers are able to sell them because they'll go ahead and do pre-runs on them. But it could just be a special color. You know, we did with Big Bite, we did a college crawl release, and part of the sales for that particular item would go back to, you know, say donations or sponsorships and stuff like that for the college kids.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Especially, I mean, that's the future of our sport, right?
Without a
High school and
doubt.
college kids.
Yep.
Shane's getting old.
Now something I wanted, before I forget about it, the one of the things that we also work on as a group is we do a weekly newsletter, and it's called Best on Tour.
Okay.
That weekly newsletter is a avenue for everybody to get a little bit of inside information.
I got you.
Whether it might be a new product they're releasing, it might be somebody that's buying or selling in the industry, or
It might be Garrett Paquette's boat route.
could be, you know, I mean, it could be the guys that are coming back into the elites from MLF. They could be,
How do you get signed up for that? Can you get signed up for
you
that?
just go straight to their, whether it be Facebook or to their actual webpage, and just
Okay.
sign up as a weekly newsletter.
So what's it called?
Best on Tour?
Best on Tour. That's just a Facebook group or whatever. You just can sign up there.
Yep.
Okay.
They send you emails. Pretty cool.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. You have
Yep.
a work email?
My mom showed me.
Okay.
Good. There's about, I think we have about 25,000 subscribers on there. Some of, you know, major players in the industry all follow it. And like one of the big hot topics that's been going on right now is electronics. I think that's the hottest thing.
Sure it
going
is.
right now.
Absolutely.
That's going to be the game changer. There's been two major game changers in the industry. Well, I'll just say in the last 7 years, and one had been that A-rig, and now the next one is going to be all the new electronics.
Yeah.
Forward facing sonar,
it's
whatever you'd like to call it.
active, yeah,
It's
Yes.
funny we
imaging,
talk about that.
Active target and all that.
So I've been, getting geared up. Thanks, Dave. Dave Russ just shared it for us. BestOnTour.net.
Yeah, yeah.
I've been watching a lot of old. They're not the elites, Bassmaster events
with Bob Cobb.
with the original Bob
That's
Cobb.
right.
Yeah.
And I can hear that the beginning of the Bassmaster song from back then, and know
Oh, yeah.
immediately what it is, right?
Everybody did.
But anyways, you talk about advances in the sport, and they were up north. I think they were on St. Clair, or I'm pretty sure it was St. Clair. And Kevin Van Dam won, go figure, on a Storm Wild Eye Shiner jerkbait.
Yep.
And he, those, it was different then, right? Because I had to start thinking about, because a lot of during the middle of the TV shows, the guys would sit down and basically do a seminar in their boat while should be fishing a tournament, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, that was the only way for people to see it, right?
That's right.
Because they didn't have the internet, they didn't have,
Social
newspapers,
media,
and that was either
Facebook,
newspaper or videos. But anyways, he ended up winning, and he was standing there with I'm pretty sure it was a Lowrance unit, and I could be wrong because KVD's big.
But
Humminbird guy.
then it was Lowrance.
Yeah.
It was
And
the
he's-
LMS 2000.
And
Yeah.
he said, I could not have won this tournament if it was not for my new global positioning satellite unit. And I was like,
The whole thing.
LMS 2000.
I can't believe he said he basically spelled out what GPS is,
Yep.
and it was a cutting edge technology, and he couldn't have won it without it. And now it's something we take for granted.
I had my first one. I bought a brand new Ranger 481V in 1998. I had a LMS 2000 and an X70A on the front, and that was the cat's meow then. And now you look at that stuff, people go, "That's a damn dinosaur."
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
What am I going to do with this?
I found some paper graphs not too long ago.
I still have one.
in my dad's
X15.
in my dad's garage, and you could see where he'd circled stuff, and it's like, yep, they were there.
Oh, yeah. I learned on Santee Cooper like that with a paper graph.
Yeah, I'll tell you something about a paper graph though. It gave you such detail before the LCD screens and stuff came out. That paper graph looks so real compared, especially even with what you have today.
Mm-hmm.
It drew such a defined line and stuff of the contours and everything. I mean, you obviously didn't have little, drops, but it would draw you a perfect picture of the bottom.
Yep. We would idle around for hours and hours and hours, and when he'd run out of paper, we'd stop and load it with paper and go again.
Yep.
Well, the best part of it too is I remember, you go to a place you're not catching them, and you can hand your partner that cut out that paper graph. And be like, they were here. I swear they were here. Look here, they were here.
I thought you were still in the egg weight days when you were fishing.
I might be close to that age, but I'm not going to fess up to that.
Egg weights and Mason's flying. Yep, we're good.
Yep.
Jason wants to know where Joey Sabag is. He's obviously not here tonight. Did I understand you?
Joe is running scared what he's doing.
I understand you're next in line.
I am.
Oh, I did hear the challenge.
Yep. We got to get the belt back here somehow.
You gonna catch more than 2 fish?
I don't know. Depends.
There was 2
Come to
bass
Cooper
caught in
River.
the whole thing.
Come where?
Come to the Cooper River.
Well, I got to go wherever he wants to go.
Well, we can talk him into that.
Well, if you can talk him into it, let's
Yeah.
go.
Y'all have you'll have the cell service, and y'all will catch a bunch of fish and have fun.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah.
I'll probably help you there too.
I'm ready.
That's where my father-in-law
Let's
likes to
go.
fish.
Yeah.
Joe,
Tail
if
race
you
canal,
watch
right there across from Gilligan's.
That's right. I literally live maybe a mile from that.
You might be neighbors with my in-laws.
Oh yeah.
They live across from the Berkeley High School. Well, actually, the funeral home and
Oh, God.
Oh yeah, they're around the corner from me. Yeah.
on Jolly Lane. Go figure. And their
Mhm.
last name's Jolly.
Yeah. So it's bad because I can hear the boats on Santee Cooper. I can hear them on the Cooper River when I'm in my office. That's how bad it
That's
is.
crazy.
That drive me nuts.
So it's
So
bad.
not much work gets done.
Yeah, that's when you're really thinking. You'd be like, that email can wait. So
Joey said he was going to do a Facebook poll and let the viewers pick.
No, did he?
Yeah, he was going to do a Facebook poll. He was going to put some lakes out there and let people vote on them. It's a pretty cool idea.
Whatever.
yeah.
Santee does not need to be on that simply for coverage
Oh
reasons.
man,
No.
there'd be a lot of keeping in the dark day. We might bring 30 pounds in right now.
Yeah. Santee's really, really low right now, from my understanding.
Yeah.
It is. They've
Especially
pulled
the
it down.
lower lake.
They've pulled it all down. You could walk around. It's got 200 yards of sand around it right now.
Time to go.
Be a good time to go down there.
Time to go looking for artifacts down there too. There's a lot of arrowheads and.
Yeah.
My father-in-law
stuff.
went down there and did the diving thing for the megalodon teeth,
Mm-hmm.
and I actually have 2 of them that he found down there.
In the Cooper River, there's still dive parties that will, and they comb the Cooper River in parts when a lot of those little, overflow areas and stuff like that. They go in there and they dive weeks at a time.
I don't know how they'd see anything in there.
You
though.
can't.
It's like this.
Joey's on here.
Because that water in parts of it is jet black, but they
Yeah, my father-in-law was on the
Diving
rescue
by
team.
braille.
yeah.
Yeah, my father-in-law was on the rescue team. He said that's the worst thing. He said basically you swim up on something you can't. I mean, until it hits you in the face, you can't
Right.
see it.
Right.
My luck would be a big alligator.
They're down there.
I'm out. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, Joey's on here. He said, "I'm here. What's up?" Joey Jason's talking smack.
Shane wants you to pick a lake, so fire it out there.
So I
we'll
got
get
to
this.
practice.
Shane's got to practice.
We don't need no sneaking practice.
No.
So just to recap the 1v1, it was last Friday.
Yeah. Oh God, it was miserable.
I didn't get to watch much of it. I had a lot going on with work, but
It was
I
miserable.
understand Joey caught 2 keepers.
The greatest thing that happened on the 1v1 the other day was
Was it
I got
over?
to see the fighter jets fly over.
Oh.
Those things are cool. I love those.
And he won. The way he tells the story, he blew out of the water by 5 pounds. So
Well, he's exactly right. I mean,
he did.
I think I've seen
Yeah,
a comment
he
that said
did.
it's my story and I can
that's
tell
right.
it.
He did.
That's right.
Lake X.
Lake X.
Nah, I'm
that's
in on that one.
That's in Florida, Joey. Just so you know.
Tim Kelly, yes, I can believe it. It was a guy from Ohio who drove down here and has won that tournament the last 2 years. And I heard somebody say something about a tube and a Cinco, but I don't know. That may
what?
have been a joke.
A what?
I don't.
That the guy from Ohio won it on a tube and a Cinco.
Would
But
it have 9 tubes on his Alabama rig?
I don't know. I don't. That might have been just
I
a
don't
joke.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that was kind of a joke, too.
I mean, they would swim. I'll give them that.
20 pounds. 2 pounds. A win is a win. He's
That's
right.
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
He's right. Speaking of 20 pounds, Chris Fuentes solo out here.
He slapped y'all
he
around.
Slapped us around.
Slapped y'all. Nothing. Leave me out of that mix. I was not here.
You got
Let me
scared
tell
that
you
day.
what.
No,
if
I
you'd
was
been
laying-
here-
What were you scared of?
I was-
Why didn't you fish?
I was laying water line tile in my dad's pool because he was all gung ho about a trip to Florida and said it had to be done. So I went over there and helped him lay his water line tile.
Well, I can
And-
tell you this: if you'd have been here, you got slapped around too. That's all
Maybe.
I'm saying.
Maybe.
23 and a half or
No, ain't no
23.74.
Ain't no
That's
maybe.
doing it. And what the real thing is that people are forgetting is he did it by himself.
Did he really?
That's all by himself.
So Bobby
he
said,
get- he
let's
gets
get a
the-
Facebook poll set up, let
Yeah.
the viewers decide.
Yeah, we'll do that. Joe, I'll put one up. Thank you, son. Russ is backing you up. He's giving you your alibi.
I mean, it's
Come on
legit.
now.
I got
Hey.
pictures to prove it.
Yeah, we
It's-
caught Reed and I caught a 6-pounder basically right out the get-go, and I was like, all right, here we go. And then I got real worried because it's like, man, we got to catch a limit.
Yeah, at 2:30, you still got 4.
Hey, you know what's funny is the week before when Tim and I won, it was the exact same thing. The 5th cast of the day, I caught a 658 and then crickets for a long time. It's tough.
I had
I don't know what's
650
wrong.
with the bag.
You
yeah,
know-
so what was the winning weight? Because we still got
It was
to
5 pounds
5
even.
pounds even
Okay, so
on
we,
2 fish.
We gotta,
One of us needs to get back on that
yeah,
post.
we
and-
got to figure out who won our giveaway.
I don't know that anybody
Nobody
guessed
guessed
that low.
5 pounds even. I could about guarantee that.
What was-
Andy Rutledge messaged me and said he thought he won. So I don't know if he's was the lowest guess or not.
I like Andy. He's my little buddy too.
I drew Andy at Lake Murray.
Yeah.
Long
I hadn't
time
seen
ago.
him in a long time, but that's kind of the evil of the industry. You don't get to see all your friends all the time.
Well, I think that might be the evil of Andy's industry too. He's a railroad man, isn't he?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Just like Brett, I don't get to see him nearly as often.
Brett who?
Collins.
Well, how would you want to see him?
Hey, he's another one of my little buddies. I
Golly.
like all them
No,
fellas,
I
man.
like Brett too. I just love aggravating him. That's all. I'm sure he gets tired of me aggravating him about the same thing, but I still ride him every chance I get.
Al Odom. About the only time I get to see Al is at the Classic anymore.
The Classic, and I seen him at ICAST, and then he
Yep,
actually
yep.
come up here this year and did a Santa Claus tournament. The Fisher's Men were kind of the directors of the deal.
Right.
And he did the blast off for the Santa Claus tournament.
I used to fish that trail. I think at the beginning when that thing first started, I think I was still tournament fishing. I didn't get to fish it but a couple years.
You fish tournaments?
I used to. That's the word. Used to.
Used to.
Then
Now he goes and catches dolphin.
Hey, I used to do that too.
I'm pretty sure looking at the way he's dressed down there, he's on the right side of the.
Yeah.
He's on the right side of the sport now.
This is my tall. I had to figure
He
out how to look tall.
he had to wear tall clothes.
I also say they put me in a short chair tonight.
For the record, I'm not sitting on any books or anything either.
Tell him, Carl, it sucks being vertically challenged, don't it?
I am slouching for your benefit. I didn't want to
I'm-
make you
I'm
feel
with
like a dwarf in the room.
I like it.
That's why I call you little buddy.
That's right.
You call me little buddy, and I look at you and I'm like, really?
Yep.
Joel just shared something on here, yeah. So if anybody doesn't know John Weezy, he's a good friend of ours.
Yep.
I've known John basically since I was probably about 10 years old. He walked by at a golf course pond. He just moved down here. He was a kid then too. I know his parents and his dad for a long time, and Mr. Tim passed away last night at 12:48, I believe it was. So, John, all of us were thinking of you, you and your family. We're very sorry for your loss, and we're all here for you if you need us, man.
That's
So,
right.
Don't be afraid to pick up the phone and call. I know a lot of people are probably trying to leave you alone, but if you need something, please don't hesitate to reach out.
Yeah, talk to your friends and family.
Absolutely.
All right.
Ronnie Mueller says Monticello or Greenwood.
We tried to go to Greenwood on the first one.
Greenwood's not bad.
I like Greenwood.
You can get on.
There's some giants in Greenwood.
Yeah.
It's getting overrun with spotted bass right now,
Yeah,
too.
there's
though.
large
Yeah, but there's giant spotted bass in there.
Oh, I'm
There's
I mean,
giant spotted bass in there.
I'm
There's-
always down for
There's
Greenwood.
largemouth big enough in Greenwood to eat giant spotted bass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
And next-
first photo shoot I did was on Greenwood, and and I got stuck with a Ruku shad. I mean, we went 4 minutes into the photo shoot, and I got stuck. And they were like, "All right, we got two options: either it's over or we pull it out." Well, you got to give me a minute to compose myself.
Do I have to answer now?
And
Or?
I learned the hook trick that day.
Yep.
That day, I
Listen,
learned it.
that saved a lot of rear ends on the water.
Unbelievable. I've had to do it 3 times.
I had to jerk one out of my dad's hand in the middle of a tournament.
Mm-hmm.
I told
I got myself last year. It's first as many years as I fished. It's the first time second time I've been hooked. I hadn't been hooked since I was like
You better.
14.
Yeah.
And thank God my dad was there, because the only other person that could have jerked on the string was my 6-year-old son, and I'm not sure if he'd have been able to
that
do
would
it.
have gone poorly.
I've done it offshore, in the saltwater in a boat, fishing a king tournament, and then I was fishing on Santee Cooper one time, and my friend reached down to grab his rod and never looked, and the jerk bait was already hooked in the carpet, and when he went to pull, he hooked himself and the boat at the same time. So he was stuck to the boat and the jerk bait, and that was bad.
Yeah.
And I had to do that one on the water too. So
I was just say turn it all the way up. So
I said that the sound's low. Is anybody else having trouble hearing us?
I just amped the volume up a
I'll
little.
say our microphone's on max.
Maybe Mike needs to turn the volume up on his desktop.
Let's see the hook set with braid.
Not happening.
They still on it.
I mean,
So we missed that when we were muted at the beginning.
Yeah.
When I asked you which side of the table you were on when David was going to get hooked,
Yep.
if you were worried about him
yep.
or cheering on the.
my bet still stands. Anybody that thinks they can hook me with mono, bring it.
Everybody else is hearing fine.
I got a set of Hyper Shield trebles that'll stick you with anything.
I mean,
Prove it. Let's see it. Get him out.
What happened?
You said he's got a set of Hyper Shield trebles that'll stick you with anything.
Yeah.
you talk about getting stuck offshore. I did that one time, about 65 miles out, and I don't know how it didn't stay permanently, but it went in past the barb. I looked at it, and I turned around, and next thing I know, it just came out. I'm like, thank you, thank
Wow.
you, Jesus,
Yeah.
thank you for, because that was a bad day.
The fellow
Wow,
that
yeah.
got hooked on the boat with us that day, he
With
had
that.
never seen that trick.
Yeah.
The
And I
line trick?
Yeah, and I told him, I said, "Don't worry about it. I got you covered." And I cut off some braid, and I was, looping it around. I was like, "Just don't look." And he just put his hand out there, and I looped it around, and I folded that that shank over, and when I snatched it, he was like, "All right, I'm ready." I was like, "I'm already done," and he was like, and he just looked at his hand, and he was like, "I didn't even feel it." So
That's the idea.
yep.
Yeah, there's a guy I work with. He and his brother and his dad went, I don't know where, out in the middle of nowhere, Montana, Alaska, something like that, where they backpacked in to go fly fishing, and his brother got stuck in the neck,
Oh Lord.
and his dad did that to him. He just took the fly line that was even still tied to the fly, and you could see his brother in his eyes. They filmed it, man. His eyes were real big, and he was worried about it, and he popped it out, and he's basically the same thing. He's like, "All right, just let me know when you're going to do it," and he took the fly and hung it in front of his face.
I'll tell you, there is one spot on your body that trick does not work on.
Eyelid.
Earlobe.
Yep.
My dad got hooked over fishing a farm pond in his little child boat,
Hooked a bunch.
and he got hooked in the ear. It was dangling from his ear. He sent me a picture of it. He said, "You think you can get this out?" I said, "I don't think that's possible." And they tried it, and they jerked on it, and he finally went and had it cut out. And they said something about the cartilage, the way when the hook goes in,
It won't come out.
it's not coming out.
Wow. Yeah,
John
I think
Martin's-
I'd have to push that one through. And
John Martin said he had a co-angler hook his boat seat, hand, and his rain suit all at once. That's a bad.
That's stuck
bad
like Chuck, what that
situation.
is.
man,
Oh, stuck there and went all the way through my pinky toe.
That's painful.
yeah.
I think I'd want to get hooked in my toes.
Well, when he said pinky toe, it made it even worse.
You know, fishing flip flops. I've kicked rods before, stuck myself,
Oh, me too.
and I have to be very careful with that. That can be very, very bad.
Ott Defoe always fishes barefoot. How many times do you think he's been hooked?
I don't know.
He's probably got monkey feet, so I
He
don't
does
think
have
he's got to
some
worry
pretty
You ever
about
seen
that.
his
looking
feet? They're
feet.
about as long as that laptop right there.
Aaron's the same way. Aaron, every time he gets in a boat, he's barefooted.
Or he wears those goofy looking socks with the feet on them.
Yeah.
Those are shoes, I think.
No, they're socks.
They're soft. They're soft. I actually, he texted me the other day and checked in on me. He's good people.
How's Aaron doing?
He's a fighter, dude. That kid's amazing. I have a lot of respect for him and his family.
That's good. I saw he posted some stuff the other day. It looked like he was out on Lay Lake. So
He's fishing hard, and that's
Yeah.
what I told him. I was like, "You let me know when you want to come Santee Cooper, and we'll go play." And he's already focusing on where they got to go, and
Yeah.
So
Well, that's good for him.
I'm
Yeah.
glad he's
That's,
getting back
that's
on his
good.
feet.
That's good to hear. I haven't really heard anything about him, so that's great.
yeah.
You
You
see
got-
William Hearn. This is
Yeah.
dad hooked his neck.
Yeah.
He fainted, so he ripped it out. Oh, I had to leave a BFL and hooked 2 fingers and called the ambulance because I
His
had no
co-angler.
co-angler. Oh,
his
man.
co-angler hooked 2 fingers and
Yeah.
called in.
Back of my knee. And that'd be a bad place to get hooked, too.
Mm.
Back of your knee.
You know what? I'm sitting here trying to grasp my mind around. We've got 110 people watching us talk about
Being hooked.
being hooked.
So,
This almost makes me want to go get a treble hook
oh, my goodness.
and let you do the trick so everybody can see it.
No, they can look at it online. There's
Yeah.
a zillion videos on
Carl
YouTube.
said, I'm out.
YouTube.
Come on now.
Yeah.
I do it for the views. Isn't that right?
Why you guys not drop shot on Lake Murray last Friday? Scott, I don't know.
I can't answer that.
You'll have to ask Joey and Jason.
Scott, we were not allowed to fish, but I have a feeling if Shane and I were fishing, we might have done things a touch
I
different.
don't mean I would have caught any fish.
I know,
but
no
but
doubt.
would've Definitely
No doubt.
What was water temperature?
It was
40
49.
49 to 50.
I never saw 50, but
David Brown wants to know what the best hook for a Zoom Super Fluke is.
You're going to get 4,000 opinions on this.
Yeah, well,
we're gonna let the hook man
There
talk
you go.
about what
There
hook
you
he
go.
thinks is best.
Exactly.
so what a lot of people don't realize, it actually depends on the cover, is the hook that we'll choose. So if obviously if we're going to be fishing lily pads or grass or something like that, then a lot of us, we all like the regular EWG style, and you'll basically bury the hook and bury the point, so it's weedless.
Expose, right?
That's right. But if we're just say, for example, if you go to Hartwell and you're fishing school and fish, a lot of people will continue to do the same thing, even if they do the double rig. They'll do the exact same thing, and as soon as I say this, everybody will realize it. you'll make a cast and you'll be working it back to the boat, and all of a sudden you're feeling good.
Yep.
All right. Well, it's because they hit it so fast and let it go, you don't have time to set the hook.
Yep.
So the trick is to use just a regular straight shank hook and have that hook, just totally exposed. So when they reach up there and they grab it, it's done. It's
got him,
and you'll catch every one of them.
Yep.
I've seen a lot of guys do that, what you're talking about, and then actually put a stinger hook like a number 2 treble hook.
Mm-hmm.
So when they, especially spots are so bad about slapping that thing with their mouth closed. They just run into it.
Especially the
top of
herring
head.
fish.
Yeah.
Right.
Those fish are on crack anyway.
Yeah. So like Russell, we do it a lot on Russell. We'll do it on Murray. We'll do it on Hartwell. We do it on Clark Hill. But everywhere else, then we.
Can somebody explain something to me? We got 3 valued opinions here. Why does Russell not get more credit?
Because it sucks.
I hate that
Dude,
place.
you better be on your. I went
I
there.
I'm just asking because
I've been there
from
twice.
what I saw, it
It's-
looks like it could be. I mean, it can be good.
I think the biggest thing about Russell is it doesn't get any national tournament attention because it doesn't have a big enough ramp. Like if you look at Hartwell, Hartwell has a mega ramp like in the back of every creek.
Yeah.
So most places, that when they go there, that's where the attention goes. Russell's kind of a beast of its own. The reason being is the back pumping. When they start back pumping water down there, you're literally sitting there, and when they start, you're getting pushed upriver.
Yeah.
It pushes backwards current in there, and it affects the fish. From what I've seen, I'm no Russell expert by no means, but I do know when they start back pushing that water that the fish shut off.
Yeah.
I know there's some dinosaurs in that place.
Oh, that place has got some.
Yeah.
I fished a few tournaments down there, back in the day, a few red mans and things like that, and those guys blow my mind the way they run through those trees. When you pull in the pocket and it says tree zone, well, you can get, in most instances, you can get up against the bank and run back to the back of it. Nah, Trad, Whaley, and them boys, you're on right down the middle like nothing ever happened.
Hey, you can't hit it if you can't see it, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I say that, and
But
I've torn up some stuff. So.
Yeah, but
You
I
tore your
think
stuff
Russell,
up on watery. I don't know what the heck happened there.
Hey, I slung an ear.
He must have been in the parking lot when he done that one.
Yeah.
No, I slung an ear. And
Almost.
actually, you know what's funny is Todd Otten tore his lower unit up down there not that long ago,
Wow.
and
that watery.
yeah, but
Well,
there's
it's like 94 now.
well, there wasn't 94, then it was like 95.8. But the back of Dutchman, people don't realize they're standing timber back
Yeah,
there.
boy, when you
Oh,
go
that's
under
what
that
that
bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you go under the bridge, you're kind of rolling the dice even with normal water.
I tore it. I've only torn up one lower unit and was on lookout.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, start knocking
Up
on
in
your,
the river.
all the hardwood.
He's got a lot of that going on over there. I'm not
He
gonna-
does.
Up in the river.
The thing about Russell is Russell's turning into it's turning into a real offshore lake. With the spotted bass and the herring and everything. The last time I was there, it's probably been 3 years ago, I guess. We were there in February. And everybody does one of two things. They fish offshore for spots, or they run up the river for largemouth, try to find that little dirty bit.
Joe Anders,
little
Russell,
dirtier
easily
water.
the worst lake on the Savannah chain.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I get the phone call and they're like, "Hey, can you come help me on Russell?" I'll be like, I'm traveling.
Man,
Sorry,
I'm
I'm on
out of town
Clarkson.
that week. I hate that. Sorry. Can you come next week?
Yeah. I can
don't-
find a lot
well,
of other
I
places.
don't love any of the
Okay,
lakes on the Savannah
circle
chain,
back
to
to
be
the
honest
question about Russell. During the herring spawn, Russell is a fun place.
During the herring spawn, they're all fun places.
Yeah.
I know. Well, I guess you're right. Daryl Barney, him and his
Russell
strikers.
Well,
I thought we
Sorry,
said
Billy.
to turn our volumes off, Shane.
my volume is down, but
You
that's the
follow
ringer.
directions about
That's
as
the
well as
ringer.
my 2 kids.
to. So Carl, you said you brought some stuff to give away tonight. What all do we have here?
I did. Just because David is such a huge supporter of all the brands, so obviously, all the customers come in and just our little way of saying thanks. I got a bunch of Spro and Gamakatsu stickers. With the time of the year, I did a pack of shaky heads from Big Bite, and of course the Suicide Buzz from Big Bite. And then Gamakatsu gave us some of the tricky heads and some of the larger treble hooks. You guys throw a big crankbait up here, so kind of fitting. Dave's got a good selection of Denali, so we did the sun gloves and Denali hat. And then Aftco, they did a hat, and then I think I got some. The main one is the Spro crankbait, and I got 2 of the performance shirts over there. So what I think David wanted to do with those, if you buy any 3 Spro crankbaits, you get a free performance shirt.
Okay, so that's these shirts right here, right?
Right.
While supplies last.
Yeah. There's
Unless you're sending me more.
that's all I had. So
So Dylan Falk said he needs that sticker. I'm sure. I think he's talking about that either Gamakatsu or Spro sticker.
Dylan
there.
Falk, which sticker you need?
Well, here. So we won't give away anything live.
those are as they come in. They can do
Are
whatever you want
we
to do with them.
rolling dice or what are we doing here?
Play
I don't know
rock,
how
paper,
you would-
scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors. We can
That's
let
it
everybody
for
know.
Now we got to come up with some kind of question.
But I want to get Dylan's answer on which sticker it is because I
Can't
feel
just
like.
give him a sticker.
What?
He lost.
Have you ever heard of these like second place consolation prizes?
Yeah, that's the problem with the world today.
You're right. You're right.
Participation sticker.
Participation sticker. Sorry, bud. You weren't quite good enough today, but
Yeah, so-
here's your sticker.
So Mark, those are actually stickers. That's not part of that shirt,
Right.
but it does have the Spro logo on it, and it's like a
Sun shirt.
Yeah, sun
Yep.
shirt.
Yep.
But that is a sweet sticker.
Yeah.
Looks like a mouse pad.
It does.
Yeah.
Almost
looks
so
like a
good
mouse
it could be a
pad.
mouse pad.
Yeah. Spro is doing all the manufacturers are doing a really good job. They're all stepping up their apparel game. Denali has got a strong apparel side. Spro's doing a lot better.
The only qualm with Denali is they need a better hat. You and I have talked about that.
They got a zillion of them. I'm telling you, they have a ton
Do
of
they?
hats.
That one they have laying up there is
They
pretty
do
cool.
really
looking.
good. They do really good.
This one is nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
This one's a lot better than the other one that I acquired.
Yeah.
It was.
You can wear it in a duck blind or on the.
Yeah.
Will it fit your melon?
I'm not gonna put it on. It's a giveaway. It's
Oh,
not for
yeah.
us. I
Yeah.
mean,
If y'all
Jeff-
come,
Jeff Queen would like that one.
to the Cooper River for the 1v1, then we might have some more of them for y'all.
Cooper.
Dang.
Oh man, he's already getting a vote in for the Cooper River.
Here's my question: is Cooper River good like right
It's
now?
good all the time.
It is. It's choked with grass.
All right, Dad, you hear that? We might need to drop back and punt.
Go back and watch the Elite Series event where Britt won.
Yeah.
They got to fish for like 40
Yeah,
minutes.
but Britt
caught
had to
20
run like
pounds of
140 miles
Yeah,
and 2
it's
tanks of
because-
gas.
it's because he put in a wing on.
74 miles.
So that should tell you how good it is.
74 miles.
Oh, it's great. Yeah.
He ran all the way up there to
I
do
thought it
that.
was further than that.
74 miles. Win y'all to.
That's
To the
really
other end.
that's really no different than running from Osborne to the Chickahominy on the James River. It's about the same.
That's right.
You just don't have to deal with the
Bad
bag.
part was that the middle, the whole middle of it was all salt water because they ran the intercoastal the whole way and
Yeah.
had to go through the harbor, and then once you get into the Cooper River, you had to run that whole way, and the only refuel places are in Charleston Harbor.
Yeah.
That was the only refuel.
No, that's not true.
Did it? Was there another one?
Brett Myers had him a little ace in the hole there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh crap! What's that dude's name?
Bud
Wade
Clemens.
Grooms.
I don't know anything about
Wade-
copper.
Wade Grooms.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wade Grooms had a friend with a gas pump that
Oh.
it was kind of prearranged.
Oh
that-
yeah. I
that
don't know
Brett
anything
was
about that.
sneaky about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Normally, you know.
Public. I
Yeah.
mean,
It was
obviously,
public. It was just
obviously it was a
hidden.
public dock, but there was
Right.
just a couple people that knew it was actually
Yeah.
open.
Yeah.
No bass in the Cooper River. Pug don't want anybody going down there.
Yeah, and it's not really showing out like it normally does. Sometimes they can get on a flip and bite on that river, and I mean, I'll just put it this way: that when one of the very first tournaments I fished on the Cooper River, and I probably fished for 3 years before I ever fished a tournament, and I said, okay, my first one I'm gonna fish an open, and it's gonna be on the Cooper River because I spent a lot of time on the Cooper River learning it. And so I talked my buddy into it, and we went out there and we fished, and I had 15 pounds locked down. I was like, if I catch 15 pounds, I should be good. We showed up, and I remember Will Smith and Bill Holmes, they pulled up next to me, and I had no clue who they were. And they pull up, and I see them pull out 2 bags. and I couldn't see them putting the fish in the bag. But I looked over at my partner. I was like, "Why do they have 2 bags? It's a team tournament."
Fit in one.
Yeah, they didn't fit in one. So they're up there carrying them up there, and there's just tails hanging everywhere. And I was like, I said, well, we're gonna wait to see what this thing does. The top 5 boats were all over 20 pounds. And I was like, you can throw them things back in the water.
We're going to the house. We ain't weighing nothing.
It had the state record for the five fish limit for a long
Yeah.
time, didn't it? And
Still does. Brian Tyler caught them down there.
That's right. I
Yeah,
couldn't
that was a
remember if-
federation tournament.
Yeah, 40-something pounds.
That's right.
So I've
Caught
got
them
a
all on
question
the
about
backside
that.
of one laydown.
The
They were all
5
piled in there.
Yeah.
the 5 fish
Stupid
limit.
fish.
Does that have to be in a tournament
What are you talking about?
to have the 5 fish
I
limit
think-
record?
I think it's got to be weighed on certified scales.
Yes.
Is that it?
Yes.
Robin Carrico, you and me are going fishing. Just saying.
Y'all can't catch no 45 pounds below Wiley Dam.
Been there, done that. I got the pictures of it.
I don't
Now
believe it.
I'll throw a wrench in this, and as soon as I say this, then y'all all know. But Heiko, I would throw Heiko in that mix.
Heiko what?
Heiko Lake.
That's in
In
Hartsville.
North Carolina?
Yep.
Oh, North Carolina. What's
Yep.
the one in Hartsville?
That's Robinson, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, Robinson. That's
Yeah.
right.
but
That one's a
Heiko
little
Lake.
tiny.
That's a
Yeah,
small
42
little lake.
pounds.
But this
It's
time
got
of the
dinosaurs.
year, ooh,
I'll tell you where you and Joey should go. Burton.
We talked. Somebody else was talking about that on
Yeah.
here a long time ago. In Wilmington, or no, Burton's in Georgia.
Burton's in Georgia.
I'm thinking of that little.
yeah. I mean Jordan's fun. I used to do the Warriors on the Warner tournament on Jordan.
Yep.
Did you ever do that?
I've done it the last 5 years.
What's his name? Hal Abshire?
Hal Abshire. Yep.
So he got me started in that way back when, and that's probably that's one of the coolest events I've ever
It's
fished.
fun.
You do it every year, don't
I
you?
do it every year.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. It's a great cause.
Yep.
And you get to meet a lot of cool people. The first year I did it,
Sutton.
my guy was Air Force Special Forces.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea the Air Force had Special Forces.
Yep, yep.
And he got to tell me he was actually, that was the last thing he was doing was me taking him fishing. He had put in for retirement, and he was going to retire, and that was kind of, they let him go do that thing, so kind of like a retirement gift.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
It was fun, and we finished second by got beat by just a little bit.
Was that on Jordan?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We had like 22 pounds and got beat by just a couple ounces.
Yep. Yeah. I always enjoyed that event, and
30 pounds to win on Sutton Saturday.
Where's Sutton?
That's in Wilmington. That's the one I was talking about.
yeah, I think I fished Sutton before.
Sutton Lake, and then there's a Waccamaw Lake over there too.
Yeah,
I
or
heard
maybe
it.
it was Waccamaw. Waccamaw. Yeah, but Sutton, I believe that's the one that I fished before. I fished that with one of my regional guys.
I've been to the Waccamaw River, and it sucks.
Yeah, that's
Waccamaw Lake in North Carolina.
now that one's pretty
That's
good.
in Wilmington, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
just
Yeah.
it's like
I've never
next
been
to
there either.
Sutton.
Yeah.
I talked to one of my buddies and I asked him about Sutton. He lives in Wilmington. He goes, all he's ever done is kill ducks over
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's the spillway lake,
Yeah.
the hot hole. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
He
what we
said,
fished off.
he said when it freezes, he goes, that's the best place to shoot them because that's
then
the only place that's not
that's all
frozen.
the open water.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it gets some salt water in it too. It'll get a spillway of salt water in there, and it'll wreck them up pretty bad.
That'd
All
be
right,
fun.
so the T-shirts, buy 3 Spro crankbaits, get a shirt while supplies last. What do we do with the rest of this stuff?
Carl, did you take this dude's money in a Happy Meal bet?
Yeah, I saw. I
Oh,
got to know about
Which
that.
one is that?
Andrew Young.
Andrew Young.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
so he
All right.
posted. He said public service announcement. He said don't challenge you to a Happy Meal bet. So
Don't
we
take the
gotta
Happy Meal
hear. We gotta hear the story.
So my entire career, it didn't matter if I was a kid or fishing with my buddies or tournament, whatever the deal was. Anybody I've ever been in a boat with, I've always done the Happy Meal bet. So the Happy Meal bet is $1 for the first fish, $1 for the biggest fish, and $1 for the most fish. $3 for a Happy Meal. You can't get a Happy Meal now for $3, but
Heck no.
but
You're gonna
it
start
is-
doing 2, 2, and 2.
it's the ultimate bragging rights. You want to talk about some stress when somebody is snatching fish on you, and you're like, well, I didn't get the first fish. Well, I didn't get the big fish. I can only get $1, you know. And matter of fact, the TV shows I've done 2 shows with the direction that we did the Happy Meal bet on for the TV show.
So what's your record in the Happy Meal bet? Is it pretty good?
Matter of fact, one
Are you
of my
undefeated?
friends that I got a pretty good record with that. One of my friends that I went to school
We
with,
got a new 1v1 showdown.
I have a
Happy
yeah.
Meal trail.
I have a fish on the wall because of that Happy Meal bet. That's really where that thing started.
Oh man.
How big?
It was 837.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
All right, so when are we doing the Happy Meal bet? What are you doing tomorrow?
Yeah.
I just got a free day.
I
He's
gotta
got
work.
mine framed and signed. Andrew Young says you have his framed and signed.
Yep, I do. Me and Andrew has had a lot of fun over the years. Matter of fact, I think it was me and him were fishing Sutton, and when we went there, we were practicing, and of course I'm in the back of the boat, and I told him, I was like, if I outfish you, I'm going to cut you from the team, right? Hey, the stress in his face. And I was lying the whole time. I was just I was trying everything I could do to mess with him. And he was frailing around and casting a million times and in the bushes and in the weeds and backlash. We laughed so hard.
I believe you might have got BFL'd after that. Put you up on the bank.
I'd have pinned you right up against it.
Yeah.
Good luck, sir.
We've had some good stuff. He's come and fished with me on Santee, prime time. Obviously when they're locked on. And matter of fact, him and a friend, or I think it was him and a friend, were coming to fish a BFL one time, and his friend won the co-angler side on the BFL.
Abadai.
Yeah, out the back of the boat.
That's cool.
And he took 2 rods, and he took a 3-inch crawl that Big Bite makes. He had a 100-pack, and he was throwing either a shaky head or like a split shot with that crawl. And when the pro in the front of the boat was locked onto a fish, he would sit behind him with a spinning reel and just wear him out. And he got in his pro's head so bad that the pro couldn't catch any fish, and he won the co-angler side.
That's crazy. They're all down there when they do that.
Yeah.
They got to swim 5 miles to get to 2 foot of water.
Yeah.
We got a lot of people on here, Dave. Let's give some of the stuff
Give
away.
something away.
Let's give people. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. Start sharing our posts or start sharing our stuff, and our numbers get a little bit higher. We'll start giving this stuff away.
What are we?
Got a
What are you
couple
thinking
hats
there,
up there.
Brandon? What do they got to do to get? I mean, there's got to be something.
I don't know. Let's just they got to share it. They have to make sure our page is liked, and
Yep.
and we'll just draw some guys like we've done in the past.
All right.
It shouldn't be that hard.
We still got to do something for.
Shane's best Elite Series finish.
Oh God. I can tell you that off the top of my head.
Well, obviously,
someone's got to go do some research.
Yeah.
first person to post Shane's best Elite Series finish.
Since you know the answer to that.
Wins something.
Win something.
There
What are we gonna give away for that,
real-
Shane?
that's
That's
really encouraging. It's not very good, so I mean,
That's all right.
I don't
You know
care.
what it is.
I know exactly what it is.
All right.
Well,
Well,
what
then
do
And I can tell you
someone gets it.
where I can tell you what it is and where it was at.
All right, so everybody start sharing our stuff. Comments you shared will get you entered. I just shared to MySpace account, Dylan.
Is there?
We'll
is,
get
is
you.
MySpace still around?
We'll get you.
I think Dylan's been in the Kona Gold.
He might have been. We'll get you entered if you say shared, and we'll be able to validate it. So just share our stuff.
Thank you, Sean. I appreciate that, buddy.
We can do the.
Thanks, Mark, for sharing. Mark always shares our stuff.
We can do the most recent article on Best on Tour.
Well, we got
Comments on
we
that.
got to get the Shane.
What?
Has anybody hit it yet?
No,
Nobody's
No.
hit it yet. William
No.
Hearn didn't hit it.
no.
All right, William, you didn't hit it.
All right, so
So
we're
we
gonna
got
give
two.
away. Shane, you pick. It's a question at you. What are we gonna give away?
Whatever y'all want to do.
Man, those Denali, that hat and
The
Gloves.
The hat and the gloves.
What
Yeah.
kind of gloves you got?
They're
Aftco
sun gloves.
There's
gloves
little
or-
sun gloves.
They're
Denali
Denali
sun.
sun gloves.
Give away the gloves and the Denali hat.
There you go.
All right, so go find Shane's. All right, Kentucky Lake.
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. Scott Crotts. Not even close.
Shared to fishing group. Shared.
Nope, you're going the wrong way, Scott. It's a little better than 30th.
13th, Lanier.
There you go.
Pug.
There you go.
Whoever said that is exactly right.
Pug won it. How about that?
Pug.
Daggone Pug.
Wouldn't he have guessed? Didn't he just?
Yeah.
He did unveil his National Professional Fishing League.
All right.
debut.
So this one's set
There you go.
aside for Pug.
All right, Pug's got that.
We'd say we ship it to Pug, but he can come
He
get
can
it.
come get it.
Is he close to him?
Pug
Yeah,
owes me
okay.
lunch tomorrow anyway.
Does he really?
Yes,
Well,
he
there you go.
does.
You can take that to him.
He told me it wouldn't take more than 15 pounds at Norman, and it took 25. I took the over.
No, it
We-
didn't take 25 at Lake Norman.
I mean, at Murray.
Oh.
Sorry.
I started to say you catch 25 pounds on Norman.
You weighed 10 bass.
You know, I've been meaning to tell you. You remember when Brent Long had his store?
Yeah.
He had a fishing event that I came up there and fished, and I'm pretty sure all you guys were in that event.
I'm sure.
And matter of fact, me and Andrew went and fished that event. That was the first time I'd fished Norman, and we did like everybody else. We threw a jig and caught him on a crankbait, and I think we had our 9.5 pounds. And when Brent actually came down, when we pulled up, he came down there and he goes, "You have over 15 pounds?" I was like, no. And he was like, well, you can let those go if you'd like.
What's Brent up to these days? I haven't seen him in a long time. I know he's fishing
Have no
Federation
idea.
stuff, but
I haven't seen him in years. I know we live in the same hometown, but I hadn't seen him in a long time.
He
heard that
was
name for a
another
long
another one of my friends. I mean,
Yeah.
Pug,
you know.
we're going to do it again, but you're off the list, buddy. You got the first one. You're good.
I tell
yeah,
you- I tell
there
you-
ain't, this ain't no Happy Meal giveaway.
Yeah.
You got the first one. You can't get the biggest one and the most.
Yeah.
Carl, I'll tell you a funny story about Brent Long. He used to drive my bus when I was in school.
Wow. Wow.
So he's older than I am.
How long was
So
it?
he's older
How
than I
long
am.
was the bus?
It was a regular sized bus.
It was 19-foot SS.
Was it yellow?
It was.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, he was.
It wasn't the one that was padded, was it?
Nah.
You have to get on Johnson. Johnson guessed and he didn't know the right answer.
Johnson's a ding dong.
There's your striper footage, whoever was asking for striper stuff. All right. Where's my boy Kyle? Linda, I don't know where Kyle is.
Last I seen him, he was digging in his wallet.
Oh, boy.
There's Tim. Chapman's on here.
Did
Old
it end
Cotton's
up
on
like
here.
that? Did it end
Yeah.
up like that?
Yeah, it did.
Oh, boy.
All right, we got some more stuff here.
Oh.
We need another question.
Sure.
We shared something not too long ago. Well, that might not be a good one. What you got, Shane? Come on, it's got to be something about you.
I don't like talking about me.
You don't like talking about you?
No.
I don't have anything cool about me.
Let's do one for Big Bite then.
There you go, Carl. Go for
what
it.
What is the most popular trailer that we make for a chatterbait?
Most popular big bite trailer.
Yep.
For chatterbait.
Yep.
All right, I don't know the answer to that, so you'll have to validate.
Ronnie Mueller. The second place in the 1v1 was a dry live well. I think there were still cobwebs from the ride south.
All right, best trailer by Big Bite for a bladed jig or chatterbait.
Mm-hmm.
Can I guess?
Nope.
Oh, darn.
Dang it.
It's worth a shot.
I'm a stacked deck.
Swarming.
Swarming what?
Is that on?
Suicide Shad. It's
Suicide
not.
Shad.
It's not
Suicide Shad.
Cane Thumper.
Nope.
Nope.
I thought a suicide
Anthony
Shad was
Brooks. Would you like to check your spelling?
I'm not sure what a
Like,
swarming
David.
is.
David. Yelp.
Huh?
Yelp.
What?
Yelp.
Suicide Shad. Another vote for Suicide Shad.
No. That was an amazing little swim bait, but
Kamikaze.
Kamikaze.
Ooh, Jeff.
Oh, somebody's
Jeff Mackey.
close.
Go. All right, Jeff.
Somebody's close.
I got two. Gamakatsu. I don't think that's it.
Who?
We got 2 guesses for Gamakatsu.
That's the first part of it.
That's
for
the
sure.
first part. Gamakatsu.
Chris Fuentes. Got it. On the button. Kamikaze swim on.
There you go.
Dang,
What
sucker
the heck
Jack's
is
23
that?
pounds and he
Yeah.
wins a giveaway.
Yep.
I never seen that. What is that, Carl? Do you have one over there?
We do. We're getting.
Let's
Hang
see
on.
that.
We're gonna put it on the. We're gonna let
Let me
everybody
see
see.
it. Let
He
me
gets
Let me look at it
exclusive
while
view.
you're over there jacking around with the camera.
It's 2 seconds.
All right, so Chris is local too. So what Chris win?
That's pretty
The
cool.
big
I-
bite,
The big
shaky
bites,
head,
shaky
and,
heads, and the what is that? Suicide buzz or
Yep.
something?
I don't know why, but I've never seen that.
There you go. That's what she looks like.
Turn the other way, Carl. There you go.
Carl, can I catch one on that setup at the Cooper River?
Yes.
For those of you that don't know, that's what it looks like.
Now, also, I'll share another trick. If, personally, this is a personal preference, I throw a lot of them without the skirt. I hardly ever
What,
throw
chatterbait?
Yep. I hardly ever use a skirt on a chatterbait.
No kidding.
Yep. Most of the time, it'll have a suicide shad on it or the swim on.
Just a straight up head, just a
Yep. Just like
naked,
just
naked,
like naked.
like I like my chicken wings,
Yep.
naked.
And then I can change that. I can change that trailer on there, and obviously control the speed.
Yeah,
And whether it be now another good one, we make one called the Yo Daddy, and it has a lot of action, and it's super super tough. So you can catch a lot of fish with that. And
Might catch a red on it in the Cooper River too.
now I have done that
That's what I used on Sunday.
Yeah.
You
on a swim bait.
full of it.
We all know that's a lie, Chris.
Hey, while we're talking about that, what's the reason you take the skirt off? What's the advantage?
So the rod, the setup that I will have on that, I like to be able to feel that thump, not only from the blade, but if I can control that speed, the fall, the depth. I'd rather do it by the trailer instead of the skirt.
Okay, but by taking the skirt off, does it affect the action of the bait? Does it give it a more erratic action, or is it swim straighter? Or
Personally, to me, I think I can get more action out of it that way, because I think that skirt just deadens it and it just tracks true.
gotcha.
So anything I can make it deflect better, or if I'm fishing cover and pulling through the grass, I don't get all that extra grass through there.
Right.
I just don't have to mess with it.
Gotcha.
So
Old Derek's trying to get in.
Derek
Chris's
Lilly
boat.
putting himself out there, ain't he? Terrible, Derek.
He's jumping
Terrible.
from one boat winning to
I
the
mean,
next
he's
boat
not.
winning.
He's not wrong though. His boat.
No,
is
he is dead in the water right now.
would probably skip better with no skirt.
yeah.
Will Hearn, you don't own a chatterbait. Nothing but shaky heads.
Yeah, that's probably one of the best baits around grass that I know of. That and the kind of replaced the lipless crankbait in my book.
What, chatterbait?
Yeah, around grass.
Yeah.
Makes a huge difference.
All right, so Chris won the
big bites pack.
So let's put that to the side. All right, we
I
got.
feel like Price is right over here.
Come on down.
we got
Just don't be like Bob Barker. You'll
so
wind
we
up in
got
jail.
we got a customer submittal here, and it has to do with. I won't give away too much of it, but it is something that Carl represents. So, what is the jig rod that David and Jody Wright use?
Man, I know that. Am I supposed to be saying
No,
this
not
now?
you.
Oh, okay.
That's the question for the
That's the
giveaway.
Okay.
The question for the giveaway is, what is the jig rod that Jody Wright, owner of Catcher Lures, and David use?
I like that red blade.
I like it too.
Yeah. And that's
Chris
another
Marshall. Does Chris count?
He has to count.
No,
because-
that's like insider trading.
but is it though?
Look, he
They
even
put Martha
got.
Stewart in jail for that.
Well, here's the problem with this. I snubbed Chris's boy on something not that long ago. So, Chris, you win. It was a 7.2 heavy covert light.
He got it all.
I mean,
he
he
said
just
Denali 7
fired it out
heavy
there.
covert.
Yeah.
Happens to be the
Chris,
same.
Chris was on that, wasn't he?
Yeah.
We got to give Chris that deep diving crankbait over there.
That's right, Sean. That's what they both use. 6.6 ugly stick with a neon tip. That's right.
He'll throw 473 yards on a spinning reel.
All right, what are we gonna give Chris? I'm gonna give him this hat right here, the Aftco hat.
There you
Wear
go.
that?
Yeah,
All right,
Chris
you
wears.
got an Aftco hat.
Chris got to cover that hair up.
All right, what we have left? We got some
It
stickers.
tends to knot up when you're running around the lake.
All right, we got it.
He needs a
And
haircut,
you got
that's for
line
sure.
and the rod keepers. And
All right,
then
we gotta say something for our sharers. Which, by the way, if you aren't in the sharing pot yet,
Are you on that like white on rice?
yeah, we'll get it.
Okay.
Make sure you share to get in it.
We got a ton of stickers.
And comment, share.
Yes.
Yeah, we got a bunch of stickers, so we're gonna give away some stickers for that. So Dylan,
Hey,
if
Dylan
you
Falk,
haven't
I got
shared yet,
here's a question for you. Please reply that you're still on here, and I'll give you one I know you can answer before anybody else.
Chris Marshall got a haircut.
How
about
bad
that?
did you lose the 1v1?
No.
All right, we're getting some more shares. All right, what else do we have? All right, these shirts we can't give away because that's your
No,
that's
that's
your
out of the
in-store
mix.
promotion.
Oh, you got to come here to get the
You gotta
shirt.
buy 3 crankbaits. What's this?
those-
Sunline rod bands. What are those?
Too late, Pug. I already signed your hat. It's worth.
All right, Dylan
worth,
Falk.
It's worth $23 now.
What? Oh man, how can I word that question?
Just give him the sticker. I mean, you're trying to anyway. Just
No,
give it to him.
Somebody could fire off and beat him.
Oh, well, I don't know what you're trying
Well, while
to
you're
ask, so I
thinking
can't
about what
help.
is this, Carl? Is this tell you what size line you have on your rod?
Exactly.
God, I need that.
Yep. So where in some
That's not a
cases we
giveaway.
used to do the pound test line as a sticker. Sunline, all their spools, it would have a sticker in there for the pound test, and you'd put that on the bottom of the reel or on the bottom of the rod. But over time, depending on where you put it at, you'd rub off the ink.
Wear it
Yep.
away.
So then, they came up with that and remind you of what pound test you have on there.
We're gonna give it to Adam. Pug's plugging for his own.
We went out on Norman yesterday for a little while. Pug and myself and Adam complained about Pug losing Adam's hat for like 2 hours. I hear you, Loper.
You need a new ringtone.
Man, I'm telling you, that thing's ancient.
That's an old one.
But you think about it, every time that plays, you
I
see,
know
you
exactly
see,
who
you
it
see
is.
Randy Orton standing up
No, I
with
see.
the belt, don't you?
No, I see Shane hitting, not answer all the time. Is what
Well, I
I
can't
see.
help it right now.
So I'll tell you what. For those that have watched the 1v1s, what's been the biggest fish weighed in a 1v1?
Oh man,
Biggest fish weighed? Oh, I know where that was at.
I know where it was at. I just don't know how big it was.
Do you know where it was at though?
I do.
I do.
Do you
It was up
think?
here, wasn't it?
No.
It wasn't up here? I thought it was up here. I might have missed that episode.
I think it was up here.
No, it wasn't.
Do you remember the weight of that fish?
I don't remember the weight
Not
of it.
exactly.
But I
I
know where it was.
remember the most recent one.
6.5 is what Daryl Barney says.
I don't think it was that
Oh.
big.
490.
I tell you, it was 5 something.
All right, here we go. We're
What
gonna
do you
start
mean,
5.1, 5.2,
Hey,
5.4.
Ding, ding, ding. We
5'4".
got a winner, boys and girls.
Was it 5.4?
no.
569.
Golly, that's so close. It's not even funny.
That is
563.
No,
The 569 was one tick off, I do believe.
it was one tick off.
If I'm not mistaken.
All right, well there you go. Somebody guessed the other 2 ticks.
I done told y'all.
559.
Nope, Eddie.
Too many ticks. 570.
Wrong way, Scott.
571. 568. Daryl Barney.
There you go.
You got it.
Oh,
Now they're all rolling in at 568.
yeah.
Hey,
What we gonna give Daryl? Daryl, we don't have anything for striper fishing. How about a knee brace that help you out?
he, striper fishermen use Gamakatsu hooks.
That's
We'll,
right.
we'll throw them out there. The sticker, a couple of Gamakatsu stickers.
There's hooks up there too.
Are there?
Yeah, there's hooks up there. They're
Man.
big ones too.
Yeah, you don't need that for striper fishing.
No.
Somebody needs those for a whopper plopper.
All right. All right, so he won the. That's a big sticker.
No.
There's a bunch of them.
We got Well, we got one of the big stickers and one of the little stickers.
All right. Some of my friends from down in the deep south, they don't call it Gamakatsu, they call it Gamakatsu.
I promise you, over my years,
You've heard it butchered
You've
every way.
heard it butchered many different ways.
and most of the time they'll just come up and they'll be like, "How do you pronounce that?"
Yeah. Yeah, there's an old man that told my dad that one time we went to Santee Cooper, all we needed was a Gamakatsu and a finesse worm.
Yep.
Fine is.
I knew exactly what he was talking about.
Yeah.
All right.
The best I ever heard was a guy, I won't say where he was from, but he called Gary Yamamoto Jerry Yakamoto.
I thought he was from Santee, wasn't he?
No, it was not. He's from your state.
Oh,
All right. So we got stickers galore to give away.
Well, we got line and
we got line
All
and
right.
shaky
rod
heads.
bands and got all kinds of stuff over
Still
here.
got some more shaky heads and the old suicide buzz.
No, that's Chris's. He won
No,
the big
Chris
buck.
got the hat.
No,
Chris-
Chris Fuentes won the.
Chris Fuentes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Chris, I can't spell your name.
I'm sure
Chris.
we'll see him
So,
Saturday.
It's just
so.
right there.
Yep.
I thought that. Okay, gotcha.
All right. Another round of sharing. Let's go. I'm gonna get us another question. If I beat Shane at the Harris chain, I want the Rusty Hooks banner.
Dylan, if you beat me at the Harris chain, you can have it. but when I beat you at the Harris chain, I want 3 cases of Kona Gold in the white can.
There you go.
He promised me a case for
He
stomping him.
has me too, but I still ain't seen it.
Mm.
So in other words, what I'm telling you, just bring it with you because you're gonna lose.
Y'all do know striper guys spend mega money. I don't know about that. Is that true?
They do.
They do.
They
Yeah.
do if you have herring.
They buy $300 cast nets and throw them in the water and lose them,
And then go buy herring
and then go buy a bait at Bill's.
at $6 a piece.
No, they're like $12 a dozen.
Just shared.
Just
my
shared
picture.
them up.
And they have to fish in the worst weather too.
Apparently,
I don't
they don't know how
That's
to
when the
drive
sharks
either.
bite.
Oh, I know that.
Apparently, they don't know how to drive.
No,
Bass
they don't
fishermen
know how to
get
drive
stuck.
in the tail.
Oh, yeah.
The only 2 boating incidents
I've
I've ever
fished
heard
several
of,
1v1s
I saw
in some
Johnson
nasty
run over
weather.
your boat.
Yeah, y'all should
And then say
y'all
you
should
didn't
pick
do
a
it.
little bit
Yep.
better day on
Well,
that.
we blamed it on me.
You know?
You should pick a better day for sure.
Yeah, I'm just stuck with what I'm told to do.
All right.
All right,
So we
Brandon.
got Gamakatsu.
You're the kind of
Hooks.
the
We'll get the
dictionary
sharing thing.
or the
Dictionary.
you know all this trivia stuff. Fire a trivia question.
I haven't known any of these trivia questions yet. I knew Shane's
All right,
answer,
here you
but that
go.
was
Here's
it.
your trivia question.
Uh-oh.
Who has won the most Bassmaster Classics?
I know that one.
There's actually 2 people that have won the same amount. But
Hmm.
either name will be sufficient.
If you drink too many Kona Golds airs, you might end up shiner fishing. That'd be all right too. Rick Clun.
There you go. Well, that's Rick Clubb. I don't know Clubb,
No,
but I know what he meant.
He even know what he meant.
Wayne Crosby, Skeeter. I'm
No,
assuming.
Tim Kelly's got it.
Tim Kelly. Who's the other one?
KVD.
KVD. So there's 2 answers to that. So we're gonna have to give away.
Look at the time in which they came in per mile.
Oh man. All right. Since we have,
We got 3 winners.
we have 3 winners, so we're gonna have to give away stickers for that one. So Tim.
3 winners. How we got 3 winners?
Because literally,
Because his
do
timestamps
the
mixed up.
crankbait and the 2 bags of hooks. Do 1 pack of hooks for each one, and then
there you go.
All right.
Spro crankbait,
Spro crankbait to who?
Timmy Osteen, because
All
I
right.
know he'll use it with Chris Marshall once a year.
All right, Timmy Osteen. All right, Timmy, you want the Spro DD? That's the big
That's
one.
Little John DD7.
Yep.
Ain't that what that is?
That's
Tim
the big
Kelly has requested a Spro sticker, so we got him covered there.
One. Which ones do you want?
Green.
You want this one?
Which one, Tim?
You want the frog one?
Green or white? I mean,
Or the
yellow
frog.
or white,
Or
or
the
the
frog.
frog.
Daryl Barney, you've already won something. Quit being a prize hog.
Waiting for Timmy to decide. Who's our other winner? Who said KVD first? Yellow. Who wants the
Yellow.
yellow one?
All right, got that covered.
All right.
And throw a pack of hooks over there.
Tim.
And Wayne Crosby.
So you want the treble hooks or the tricky head?
What are y'all seeing on the KVD? I see Scott Crotts.
Some people got to be first. It was right after when I wrote Rick Club.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
mine,
Scott-
mine showed Timmy.
Well,
was,
Timmy, but he just won something, so we're gonna give it to Scott Crotts.
okay.
Okay.
Timmy just won a crankbait, so
All right, Scott. We got either the tricky head, which is a shaky head, by Shinichi Fukai, or
let me see those.
I'm glad he
Or
got
one
that out correct.
He did really good on that.
Shin for
Yep.
short.
Yep.
Or 1/0 G finesse, and these are the actually medium heavy treble hooks. They
Big
aren't the little ones.
stuff.
Yeah,
Short shank, too.
They're short shank.
Yep.
Oh, Linda, did Linda say KVD first?
No, Tim
No.
said she's
Oh.
playing armchair quarterback, helping us get it straight.
Man,
We need all the help we can get.
Yes, we
you
do.
tell that I got KVD first and keep the prize.
Daryl, you did not get KVD first.
Donald Black, if you watch us every week, I promise you your fishing will get better, one way
Right
or
there.
another.
Actually, 2 people beat you, Daryl.
And Timmy already won one.
Yeah.
Typical striper fisherman wants
Yeah.
to jump to the front of the line on
You
everything.
know how they are.
Scott's a sharer too. He definitely won. Scott, which one do you want, buddy? Treble hooks? Sign that back or shin? I think he's trying to say shin.
Shane, you need to sign it. I gotta find a Sharpie.
Tim
Do
Kelly said Rick Club. Yeah, well, Tim got something.
Yeah.
Shaky head. He wants the shaky heads.
Scott, who wants?
Scott
Krauts.
Krauts.
Okay.
I won't sign him, but I'm gonna put his name on here so we know who they go to.
David, can you keep up with all this stuff?
No, that's why I'm writing his name.
I'm rolling the dice.
Good
here.
thing you get to replay it and you can.
Yeah, since I won't be driving to Florida now, I got something to do tomorrow.
All right.
It's supposed to be like 74 tomorrow too. It's gonna be nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
tomorrow's
knew what
nice,
you
and
meant,
then
Tim. We got
It's
you.
gonna blow Wednesday.
Yeah.
Shane signed my big sticker and give it
Give
to
it
Johnson.
to Johnson.
What do you win?
That was just Daryl.
He
Oh,
won one
a
of these
big
stickers.
Get that over here. Shane knows how to write.
It's my first time. I'm still learning.
All right, where are we at here?
This is Daryl Barney right here. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Where are you going to shine, Shane?
Gamakatsu.
Gamakatsu? Here you go. Put
All
your
right, Carl,
John
you get to
Hancock
ask
on
another
there.
question.
You don't want
Think of a
me
good
Herbie
one.
Hancock.
My Herbie Hancock. That's right.
I'll be down. Put me a XXL Spro shirt back. I'm bringing the pocketbook.
Uh-oh.
Scott's coming to pick his stuff up and buying crankbaits.
So we have
That's the way you like it.
Sunline is left.
We got some Sunline and some rod bands.
We're going to give the stickers away to our sharers
Yep.
because we got a bunch of those.
All right, we'll just say name one of the new products for Sunline 2021.
One of the new products for Sunline 2021.
Oh, I seen a cool one the other day.
That will devalue that sticker, Luke Helms.
Are any of those products sitting over there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Shine that check for me while you got your pen out.
I'll write you one, but you're going to ride it all the way to the bank because it'll bounce.
All right. New product for 2021 from Sunline. Somebody fired out there, and we were watching. First one to comment gets
Braid.
some. What?
No.
No.
Flipping line.
Flipping line.
A little bit more
Close.
specific.
No.
Nope.
Line rings. LOL. That's a good guess. It's already out though, I guess. Line.
Attaboy, Einstein.
That's right. Does that work?
No, Skeeter
I don't know.
Wayne
So-
Crosby. We got you here with the Gamakatsu treble hooks. You are in the mix. You're good to go.
Ice fishing. I don't know nothing about ice fishing.
No.
I know this. It's cold.
Wayne won this.
I
Skeeter
know.
Wayne?
The only thing I've ever seen about
Let's
ice
say-
fishing is it usually involves a
Dual
lot
color
of drinking.
flipping
Dual
line.
color flipping line.
All right.
No.
Here's a
Power 2C.
quick. Here's a quick hint. Well, it was supposed to be quick. Sorry. There you go. Somebody says plasma.
Nope.
Ta-da! There it is.
There it is.
Plasma?
Nope.
No.
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 There it goes. He gone.
Timmy Osteen, you can't win twice, buddy. Sorry.
These people are greedy.
Some people are just good at winning.
Daryl Barney, you're out. Pug, you're out. All right, let's get a new player to the table.
What is that Night FC you showed?
Yep.
Tim Kelly,
Neil
Uh,
Scroggins, FC flipping line.
No.
Not
Tim
flipping
Harrington.
line.
Tim Harrington, you got it. Night FC.
All right, Tim Harrington.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
So he wins this, right? And both of these
Yeah.
nylon monofilament.
So that's new for this year also.
Okay.
The nylon leader. So we've had the
Put that over there so you can
fluorocarbon
see it.
leader.
Oh, he's got some
Yeah.
Oh.
yard sale. Sorry, don't mind me.
That up there.
We've
All
already
right.
had the fluorocarbon leader material.
Tim
So
Harrington.
this
Yes.
year we went with the
There-
regular
oh,
nylon.
roll that back out there.
Oh, my bad.
You're going to talk about that
Yeah.
because that's a new thing.
Yep, new product. So luckily, I'm able to go around and I do a lot of whether it be high school or regular bass club meetings. And when I go to these bass club meetings, over the years, the first question I ask is who don't throw fluorocarbon, and I'm really surprised at how many fishermen do not throw fluorocarbon.
Really?
Yeah, I'm
that either.
amazed by how many people still throw nothing but mono.
There's a lot of big game guys around here.
Unbelievable.
Pugs, man.
So that led to us really looking hard into having a straight nylon leader.
So, I'm not real familiar with the nylon leader. What would be the advantage to having nylon versus fluorocarbon?
The guys just they have either had a bad they've either had a bad experience with fluorocarbon,
Yep.
whether it be the knot or just sheer breakage or whatever, and so they believe in the nylon mono scenario.
Gotcha.
Just for longevity and stuff. The other thing is they don't like to cut off and retie. So that if they get it nicked or crimped or they get a backlash, and sometimes fluorocarbon is not as forgiving, and they just won't change the line as much as we do. So they like the nylon.
Gotcha.
Linda's asking to tilt it on its side so she can
Sorry,
see the
sorry,
package.
Linda. I'm getting back there.
And Pug's right, less twist too, less memory.
right.
Neil's asking about that FC line. As he said, is the FC fluorocarbon flipping line isn't new. That's a night fishing line,
Yes.
right?
So this is of course the Night FC. All right. So we made that specifically for some of the guys on the Tennessee River chain or Kentucky area and stuff like that. They do a lot of night tournaments, and they wanted to be able to see the line because they obviously do a
Black
lot
lights.
of black light.
Yep.
Yeah.
And this is
It's
phase
got some
2.
glow to it.
Yeah, it's high vis yellow. The first one we made was kind of like a clear blue fluorescent, but it had more clear, and that line under the black light actually you could use it daytime or nighttime, but it didn't glow under the black. It was still good enough for you to see it, but it wasn't high vis. So then we went to version 2, and that looks like goat rope under a black light.
Go
So-
rope, he said.
Yeah. So
All right, so the FC fluorocarbon flipping line is not new. No, that's been out for
That is not
2-3 years now.
Yeah, and it also will glow under a black light also.
Daryl Barney wants to know, can he get the Sunline leader in 30-pound test?
I do have leader in 30 pound. I think I stopped at 30 pound.
Okay. All right. Now this is going into another topic that you and I did not discuss beforehand.
All right, hold on. We got one more question.
Oh.
Jody wants to know.
That's what I was.
Okay,
that
go
was
ahead.
what
I'm
I was
sorry.
getting ready to segue
I thought
into.
you were headed somewhere else.
No, because Carl and I have been working on something, but we haven't really talked about it, and
2000.
we
Okay.
yes, we're going to get there. So, Jody Wright, catcher, lures, ties, jigs, pretty cool all around guy. He's all right.
He's been a guest.
Yeah, well, he's been a guest, and he helps me out with jigs and so on and so forth. He wants to know, does Denali have anything new this year for rods?
The new series for this year is the Riker series, which is a price point style rod. It's IM6 series rod. It's going to retail about $60. There's 6 models in that series, but that was the initial launch for 2021. Now there are going to be some more additions to the covert, I believe the lithium and the attacks will all get what we call line additions.
Okay.
Where they just extensions.
We're waiting on samples
Yes. So
right now for.
Yep. So the ones that we're looking at really hard right now is extending the covert series, filling some of the holes in there. The attack series, that price point is really, really good. And they have obviously the Tennessee River and the Mississippi River series that they made. They literally went out and had a kind of like a group come in and said, this is the rod that we need to fill this hole. So they did, different actions for those guys on Tennessee River and the Mississippi River, which was really cool. And that's probably the funnest thing of working with these manufacturers is because they listen. So when we go to them, whether it be line, like the first time that we ever started working with Sunline, they brought us 14 different types of line to test. And they were like, go fish with it. Let us know what you think, whichever one you want. If you don't like it, you want us to change it, we'll do it. And then they go back and change it, and then they bring you what you asked for.
That's awesome.
Amazing.
That's awesome.
And then, of course, Big Bite being the same scenario, that family fishes. We all fish. Same scenario. If we see a hole in the lineup, whether it be color, size, shape, action, whatever scenario is, Big Bite is very on top of going after that stuff also. So we have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That isn't Big Bite, if I'm not mistaken, aren't they from Eufaula?
Eufaula.
Like one of the big bass capital of the world?
That's right.
I'll tell you, man, we got to go there last year. That is one of the most awesome places I've ever got to go fish.
And
It
so
is phenomenal.
Scott Montgomery and Les, which we all call him Coach, they are absolute sticks on Eufaula. They take a lot of that lunch money over there. So that gives us a lot of validity to the brand,
Yeah,
because those
absolutely.
guys, they fish and they use the product and and they win.
The thing about that is that holds water with a lot of fishermen.
Mhm.
It's not just something that some Joe Blow and a lab threw together.
Right.
It comes as tried and true with guys that take it out there and actually fish with it. And to me, that means a lot. Just knowing that this stuff came from good stock.
Here's the only problem with baits designed by fishermen. Big Bite's a prime example. They make great stuff.
Mhm.
We don't talk about it because we use it because nobody else is using it.
Yeah.
I mean there's a problem in the industry with that because I've been throwing Big Bite stuff for years,
Mhm.
but you know what? I don't talk about it.
Yep.
There's not another shaky head that I throw except for the stick.
Yep.
And
Freshwater fishermen will let you starve
oh yeah,
before they ever tell you. So like one of the biggest jokes way back in the day when fishing tournaments, they would literally ask, "Where'd you catch your fish?"
in the water.
So
or in the mouth.
on Santee Cooper, we would say 3 foot deep around a stump. That's the
That,
you covered.
that narrows it down.
Yep.
doesn't it?
So it wasn't a lie. 3 foot deep around a stump.
There was a question on here for Gamakatsu. They were asking something about there it is.
With a stick
bait
bait
shaky head.
Similar to the one owner has.
I'm not sure what owner has.
Say that again. What is it?
A stick bait shaky head.
I guess it's a shaky head
For a stick bait.
design specifically around like a Cinco style bait.
So.
I mean, I would think that right there would be what that would be for. Am I mistaken?
Well, no, I have one that's
football
it's
head.
literally called a shaky head. So it's got an extra wide gap, short shank. Well, the head, it's an extra wide gap hook, but we cut the R bend off of it where it just has the eye that comes into the head,
Okay.
and then it has titanium weed guards on it.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And it is, if of course we've asked for a little bit few smaller sizes on it for that skipping deal, but it's a light wire hook. You got to be very, very careful. So you can't go in there with 20-pound and go to snatching on it.
Can't crack them.
Yeah, you'll flex
You
it.
can't slack line 'em.
Yeah, but it's literally called I think it's wacky head.
All right. Before we get to we've been on here, man, we're an hour and a half already. You believe that?
Time flies when you have fun.
It is, man. Before we get to the sharer giveaway, which still have time to share and give away, we just crossed 2,000 likes this past weekend.
Yay.
So,
Don't sound so excited.
so we're gonna
Thanks. For real.
sound
Thank
like Homer Simpson right there. So we're going to do a giveaway, and it's going to be something a little different than just giving away. So you want to talk about it? You're doing it, right?
I mean, I guess I'm gonna have to be the one to do it because I don't know that anybody else here at the table can do it.
I've fixed plenty
Man,
of rods.
hey, we're going to slap him after this podcast is over.
Come on, slap. No, we are. We're gonna give away
I'll hold him, you beat him, all right?
Well, that means
You are a pretty big fella.
Yeah.
if it gets up, I can run.
All right, so 2,000 likes. Thank you to every one of you that tune in every week and listen to this podcast, if you want to call it that.
Bullcrap session.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's very loose terms, but I used to build rods a lot, and I've got a cranking rod. Brandon has asked me about doing for a 2,000 likes giveaway a custom built rod. So, with that being said, is it the next podcast or
How much time we need to do?
How long
Are you
does it
going
take
to
to
build
do
it
it?
live?
you wanted me to build it live? We're gonna build it
Sure.
live.
Okay. So I guess next week
Yes,
we're going to build a rod live on here,
there you go.
and you can go through the tips on how to do that stuff, right?
The
We can
do's,
do that.
the do's and don'ts.
Well, nobody wants to follow my do's and don'ts because I promise you, if I shared it to a rod building page, everybody's going to come back with, "Oh, you're doing this wrong, or you're doing that wrong."
Oh,
And
yeah.
Right.
everybody's an expert.
Absolutely.
It's-
It don't matter what it is.
That's the truth. So,
So you'll be working next podcast, is what we're
yeah,
saying.
we're going to sit
So
here.
you and I'll have to carry the show because David will be over in the corner rapping stuff.
No, we're going to do it right here on this table. We're going to do it live.
Sweet.
And we're going to have the rod done and drying in, I'm going to attempt to see if I can do it under an hour.
All right. And then we're going to give it away.
And then we will give it away.
But it's got to dry first.
Well, obviously, yes.
TJ, they do fix rods.
Yes, we do. We fix rods. I don't typically fool with reels. I mean,
it's striper backbone.
no, it's gonna be a deep cranking
Daryl,
rod.
I ain't never seen a striper I couldn't catch on a 7-foot medium spinning rod.
Ugly stick.
Ugly stick.
Don't
Put it in
grab
the dishwasher.
Don't grab it until it
I seen it
Yes.
on TV.
gets
So-
till the second line or second guy in the water.
So, curiosity question. It's a little early for that, but is this potentially going to be adopted by Denali, assuming that samples come back okay, or is it up in the air still on the samples? and
We're just
rosin?
we're waiting on samples to come back.
Okay.
Once those samples come back, so once those come back, then they'll ship those to you, and then you get to test them and make any tweaks.
Okay. Pug.
You just lost your giveaway.
Oh,
Adam's gonna be mad.
He owes me lunch
oh,
already. He's getting ready to really.
I never saw you catch a striper.
That's called you're a terrible guide.
Hang on a second.
He's not talking to you.
I was gonna say because there's live footage on our podcast of me and my kids catching stripers. So I did have a good guide that day.
So how long is that rod going to be?
7'11".
Oh man, that's going to take you some
7-11.
time.
How big a crankbait we gonna throw?
That one right here.
Good day. Why can't we do something to throw a rock crawler on?
You can throw one on that.
I
A 7-11?
You can wind it like KVD, hold it straight out.
No.
mean,
I'm not tall enough for those.
No, me neither, Carl.
I'm kind of in the 6'6" range.
Yeah, I'm
you know what's
7,
funny is, as a man of
7'1".
your stature, you could seriously sling a crankbait with that rod.
Have you ever seen where when they go to do that and their feet flip out? And that's kind of what happens.
You got to plant.
Yeah.
Low center of gravity and
Yeah.
plant.
Yeah.
No, you know what? Let's put it up there for the next 4 days and let people decide what kind of rod they want to see.
All right, I got our share, by the way. That's what I was
Oh,
scrolling for.
do you have blanks?
I will have blanks. I
Okay.
have some. I have the cranking rod blank here, but we can do this. We'll
There's
give
your
3
mom.
days.
You better tell your mom, be careful. David is excellent. Oh, she said craftsman. I thought when it first came in, it said David was excellent in crafts. ...
No.
Oh, that's great. Craftsman at building rods. I agree with that. I have 2
Hey,
of your
so
rods.
before I forget, this is something you need to share.
Uh-oh.
Oh, is this the? Oh yeah, we do need to talk about that.
You
All
need
right.
to you need to let the cat out of the bag on that.
Hold on one second. So our winner of the sharer giveaway is Neil Scoggins. I almost said Scroggins.
So that's gonna be
So Neil, we'll have you some stickers sent your way too. Thank you for sharing and being a very active participator tonight.
So what you got down there, Carl?
All right. So this is the last of the insider information for the evening, correct?
No, I got one more.
Oh.
Yep, but that.
Well,
That's
go
a
ahead
big
and get
one.
it out because we're gonna kill 2 birds at once.
All right, so there, I can't tell you the name of it because the information is not public yet, but there will be information coming out on the largest tournament, open tournament, that will be announced for this fall. That's straight up inside information. So if they all go to Best on Tour and keep an eye and sign up for the newsletter, that information will probably be released on that once it's available.
So
Once
say
we
that
get
again.
the-
There's going to be this fall.
There's
going to
be
the
a
biggest
a
open tournament ever.
It's going to be the largest tournament ever.
Oh, Lord. I hope it's in Texas.
I don't have any information on
You know nothing.
it. I do know, but I know nothing.
Do you have to wear Santa suits?
But it's going to be amazing.
He asked a question. Can
Do you have to wear
answer that
Santa
question?
suits? Do we get to wear Santa suits?
It'll be before that.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So here is the next item to discuss. Next and probably final.
I need to turn around.
No, that's good.
You need to
No,
take.
you
You
have.
need to take it away.
Yeah. So this is a prime example of working with our dealers really, really close. And, you know, the dealer that I was working with, he was also a fisherman and helped us realize that we did not have a super line in our regular round bin. In that series, we had just regular round bin
Yep.
and did not have a super line. So the big worm guys in summertime, Carolina rigging, or, some of the guys flip with round bin and smaller, creature baits. And so we needed that. And that was a hole that we had in the lineup. And that's probably one of the most exciting things that we got right now.
So for our viewers that aren't familiar with between the what I'll call regular and the super line, the difference between the two,
Obviously, wire size.
wire size.
Yeah,
The
wire
super
size.
line, does it have a closed?
This is the eye welded.
Is the eye
No,
welded?
the eye is not welded. It's traditional round bin. No changes. It's not like the flipping hooks
Okay.
or anything like that. It's just a little heavier wire, for those techniques.
Gotcha. So you can really lean on them,
That's right.
Crack.
dig in on them. All right. So we got our 2,000 likes thing talked about. We got all our giveaways. You guys reach out to us. I think most everybody's local. Hopefully they are customers of your shop. If not, go place an order online at rustyhookstackle.com.
Yep.
And we can put your giveaway in there for sure when we ship it. So, Carl, you touched on Sunline tonight, Spro, Gamakatsu, Big Bite Baits, Denali, and Aftco. Shane got his secret rock crawler over here.
Yeah.
I appreciate that too, Carl. Thank
Very
you.
welcome, my friend.
I think we covered it all.
Yeah, the one I would tell you about the Aftco, they make a soft shell reaper.
Okay.
That is a pullover, and it's also windproof and stuff like that. It is amazing. So we had a tournament on Table Rock in December, running 73 miles an hour, and on the Reaper series, it has the built-in neck gaiters, and you actually pull that up and cinch that hood down, and it will roll.
That was the jacket that I was wearing in the 1v1 on Baden.
Oh yeah.
I wore just that, a long sleeve T-shirt, and then my Drake duck hunting camo pants.
Yep.
That are windproof as well.
Yep. And if everybody does their homework and they find out that the days of being bulked up and looking like the Christmas Story,
Yep.
those days are over because of the fatigue issue.
Absolutely.
We didn't realize it back in the day. We just put as many sweatshirts and thermals and everything you could put on, and actually that was the worst thing you could ever do, because now with all the performance shirts and the material, you can wear far less and be comfortable and eliminate that fatigue.
I hope my wife's not watching because I just take a nap after tournaments. So.
My wife
Well, maybe she'll buy you one so you'll be less fatigued.
Yeah.
That's not true. Yesterday I came straight home and
Took a nap.
straight to the backyard to throw baseballs to Braxton.
Well,
He can hit them out of the backyard now. Our neighbors aren't going to like us much longer. Pelt people's roofs with baseballs.
You gotta let him crack his first window.
yeah,
That's-
that's part of being a
That's
kid.
just gonna
What do
happen.
you-
Busting somebody's window. Just let him hit towards your house.
I was just saying, what are you saying? He might have already done it.
Oh.
This might not be somebody else's.
All right.
All right, so check us out next week for your chance to win a new rod that you can't buy anywhere,
That's right.
right?
No, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't build many anymore.
I have 2 of them.
You have to bring some serious cash to get me to build a rod nowadays, because there's so many great options that are cost effective, and
Striper people love Aftco. He's not
Who
going to
is
give
this
up.
guy?
Is
Who
he?
is this guy?
Daryl, he's all right, dude.
All right. We're going to wrap this up tonight. Rusty Hooks Live, where our hooks may be rusty, but our points are always sharp. Tune in next week to watch a rod get built. I promise it'll be better than the last 1v1.
And we got a 1v1 coming. We just don't know what time, right?
That's
Yeah.
right.
Hey, speaking of that, are we going to put up a poll?
Yes,
Yeah,
we will
I'll-
get a poll up.
I'll put one up.
Carl, you have anything else to add? Or are you ready to sign
Nope.
it out? And
Yep.
get
Carl's
on the
got to
road?
drive.
I
He's
got,
going back home.
Yep, I got 3 more meetings tomorrow, so yep, I got to put some miles in, but I appreciate it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
liked
thanks
it.
for coming
Carl.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Carl.
it. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Good night. We'll see you next week.
We go.